Let me check. Okay. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Let's see. It's a little bit of latency. Give it some time. Give it some time. A few more seconds. Let's see who jumps on. Let me set up. I think everything is good. Okay, I see myself live now. We're for a few more people to show up before I begin. Before I begin, Frank Dika's dropping knowledge live. T.L.C. Tuesday. T.L.C. like the R&B group. Tender Love and Care. Tender Love and Care Tuesday. T.L.C. Man, we're not gonna get into too much lovey-dovey shit, but more than anything, just how we communicate things, how we communicate our emotions. I think that we have to know. We have to understand the importance of communication. Like that's what separate. Well, that's what we've been told. That's what we've been told separates us a lot of times from the animals. But we know that animals communicate. Hey, what's up, Miss Yaya? Saludos, Miss Yaya. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Saludos, Frank, in the background, listening in, working on some stuff. All right, hey, take care. I'm here. Shout out to Miss Yaya. Shout out to Ladies of Exposed to. We keep doing what we do. It don't stop. Shout out to Exposed Tube and the Revolution, and everybody that's a part of it. We're going to be talking about love languages. Love languages. There's, ways that we communicate our appreciation. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be like lovey dovey shit. Hey, Bruce, joke. They might have their own love language. They might have their own love language. Love language is an individual thing. It's what we accept. That's right, Mr. Oxnard. Shout out to you. Salute, Frank T. We here. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Yaya. God bless you guys and your families. Shout out to everybody. Katie Frizzle, man. God bless you and your mom and everything. No, we love you over here. Everybody that's going through it. To my brother Mike Morello. No, we show you much love and respect. We're with you. Always in our thoughts, always in our prayers. Hey, what's up, two times? Saludos, Frank in chat. Saludos to you, bro. Mr. Oxnard. Shout out to everybody, man. Ill Mannered was going through some stuff with you, just about a month ago. Well, shout out to you, man, and my prayers and my love go to you guys. You never know, man. You never know when you're going to go through it. You never know when you're going to go through it, and you're going to need to hear someone, you know, let you know that they pray for you. Man, that's a love language. That's what we're going to talk about today. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, stocking papas live on the T.L.C. Tuesday. Tender love and care, man. Tender love and care. You got to have some tender love and care. What's good, Mr. Frank? Say, hey, chilling, man, chilling. No, we're gonna be talking about T.L.C. and love languages. Now, I do have a video prepared for it, but I want to get through and just let everybody know that that's what we're going to be talking about today. I got 15 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Frank Dica's dropping knowledge, stocking papas live on a T.L.C. Tuesday. Hey, what's up, Bill Manor? Shout out to everyone I'm listening in the background. All right, man. Hey, much respect to you, bro. Stay strong. I know it's day by day, bro, but we're here, man. Shout out to Moni. Shout out to everybody that's gone through it, man. No, I think all of us go through it. One way or another. Like this morning, I kicked the corner of a wall with my little toe, man. Oh man, it hurts. But I'm cool. I know I didn't break it because I can move it. but it hurts, man. It hurts. So today I've been like hobbling around all around the house. Man, I hate it. I hate feeling that way because it makes me feel impotent. Hey, what's up, my chat there? Hey, Frank and chat. Hey, what's up, man? Frank and chat. Like Frankenstein. Oh man, Frank Tika's dropping knowledge. Talking Papas live on the TLC Tuesday. We have to show sometimes others what we feel about them, good or bad. Now, it's something that I learned a while back is that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like you can choose your words. Now, we're talking about language here. We're talking about getting a point across. We're talking about letting someone else know how we feel, whether it's about this situation, whether about it's about this particular object or the relationship or them. But we have to choose the right words. Like we have to know how to get our points across. And if we truly love and respect the person that we're dealing with, then we're going to choose to do it with love and respect. You know, a lot of times we say we love people, that we care for people, that we respect people, but the way that we treat them, the way that we speak to them is harsh, you know? Sometimes we don't measure our words, we don't measure the impact of what we're going to say or what we're going to do. Because love languages present themselves in ways that aren't always necessarily attached to a spoken word. We're going to get to that. Talking papas and chorizo. What's up, Nightmare? What's up, Unknown? Nice to see you, man. Shout out to everybody here. Love ain't one size fits all. Some people need real talk. Some need you to show up. Some value your time. Some appreciate little gifts. And some just need a hug. Exactly, bro. And we're going to get into each and every one of those, right? Because I do think that it's important that as the Exposed Tube Revolution, shout out to ET, shout out to Ladies of Exposed Tube, that we learn how to respect ourselves, that we learn how to speak to each other and treat each other in kindness, even when we're saying something that the other person might not want to hear. You know, a lot of times you're going to have awkward, uncomfortable conversations, but we must always do our best to respect, you know, to measure the room, to read the room. We have to use tact and think of what we're going to say, what we're going to unleash. Frank Tika's dropping knowledge, talking papas live. TLC Tuesday, it's not always about being lovey dovey. Not everybody is into that shit. No, there are other ways of being able to demonstrate love and respect. It's not always with words. Sometimes it's how we act. And, you know, I like this comment, Machete, because it does touch, you know, on what we're going to talk about. So I do have a video. I will play it. It's not very long. Okay, if I have to repeat it, I probably will, just to get my point across. What's up, Nightmare? Yeah, that's right, Nightmare. All right, so let me go ahead and share this with you guys. Okay, it's called The Five Languages of Love. Okay, the five love languages. Now, this is not just, you know, something that you're going to find like on a dating thing or anything. Actually, this is like a very basic thing that's used when we're talking about emotional intelligence. No, so it is important that we understand how we express even what we don't like. So let me go ahead and share this with you guys. I'm going to play it right now. Here we go.
Did you know everyone gives and receives love differently? According to Dr. Gary Chapman, there are 5 love languages, ways we express and feel love. 1. Words of affirmation. This love language uses verbal expressions like compliments, encouragement, and appreciation. Saying, "I love you" or "you mean a lot to me" speaks volumes.
Let me pause right here. Let's see. Release the love. It don't cost a thing to show love, but it can change somebody's whole day. Keep it real. Keep it solid. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Good. Yeah, I like that, Machete. I agree. I agree, and I think we're going to touch upon that. Right. So we're talking here about words of affirmation. That is a love language. You know, what you say matters. What you say does carry weight to those that love you, to those that live around you, to those that have access to you. Maybe they depend on you, maybe you depend on them. There's a relationship. Words of affirmation will go a long way. Now, what kind of words or what kind of ways can we demonstrate affirmation? Well, we can tell someone, for example, hey man, you're really good at what you do, and mean it. You know, hey, you're good at what you do. No, I know you can do it. I trust you can. That's an excellent idea. You know, it might not be what I would have thought of, but yeah, hey, that's a good idea too. Like, it's not always about competition. A lot of times we're in a relationship and it's like it's a fucking competition. What's up, Kelly Big Dog, Frank and Chat? Hey, nice to see you, bro. Shout out to you. That's right, Mr. Oxnard. Not everything's a competition. Not everything's about you. See, that's what kills everything. You know what kills everything is in a relationship is when you make everything about you. It has to be about you. Okay, when you make everything about you and what you want, what you like, what you don't like, and then you play the guilt trips, and then you act stupid because you want to get your way, or all the time, that kills everything. And when you're living that way, you forget to compliment the other person because you're so caught up in your own shit and not getting your way that you forget to compliment. You forget to be nice. You forget to be kind. You forget to be loving. You forget to show solidarity. You forget to be a shoulder to cry on. Maybe the other person needs help, but you're so busy competing that you can't see that shit. You think that, oh no, you're just playing the victim. Whenever you make everything about you, you're not prepared for a relationship. Straight up. I'm being straight up. Talking Papas, though. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge. Talking Papas live on a T.L.C. Tuesday, man. Hey, man, look, if you make everything about yourself, you're going to miss out on opportunities. I've said that before. When you're stuck, and you're going to miss out on opportunities to be happy and to make someone else happy. Why? Because if it's always just about you, you're going to take everything as a slight. You're going to take everything as an insult. You're going to want to argue about everything. That's how you're going to live. You're going to live bitterly. That's right, Mags. Nice to see you, Mags. Shout out to you, Frank Ticas and family, Kelly Big Dog, Mr. Oxnard. That's right. Machete. Love builds, hate destroys. Love gives people something to grow on. Hate just keeps everyone stuck. At the end of the day, what you put out is what comes back. Machete the prophet. That's a good one, Machete, but that's true. And I agree. I agree to that. And I really appreciate your participation. I think that you always have a good word to share with everyone. See, those are my words of affirmation to you. I can recognize when someone sincerely cares about a topic when they participate, or when you come on and you say hi and you come and watch. And I truly appreciate that. See, that is how I perceive love from you guys. That's like your love language towards me, right? Is when you support the channel, you support my lives, you hit the like, you subscribe, right? And you're here, you participate in the conversation, you leave comments. That's your love language towards me. And I appreciate it. And that love language motivates me to do this every day. It don't stop. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge. Talking Papas live on a T.L.C. Tuesday. Man, listen, we're not going to take anything with us. That's right, Max. Machete, wise words, Confucius. That's right, Kelly Big Dog. Mr. Oxnard. So words of affirmation are important. When you guys come and you say that's right and you agree and you let me know that you like my content, when you guys watch my videos, today I dropped a short. If you haven't watched it, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Frank Dica's dropping knowledge, talking papas live. I do this daily. And I'm motivated to because, once again, your love language to me is your support, are your views, are your likes, the fact that you come and watch my lives, that we participate, that we talk to each other off and on these spaces. I truly appreciate that. That's right, Nightmare. All right, let's continue. So remember, words of affirmation is a type of love language.
2. Acts of service. Actions speak louder than words for these people. Helping with chores, cooking, or running errands shows love through helpfulness and effort.
Yes. So, and also, when you do acts of service, you're also demonstrating consideration. You're being considerate. And consideration is similar to empathy. Is to be able to say, you know what, man, I see that you're kind of like busy, so let me order food. Fuck it, don't cook. Let me order food. Like, I'll do that. Or sometimes I'll cook. That rarely happens, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'll cook every now and every blue moon I'll cook. But if I know that, we're running late, I'll order food or we'll all do something together, you know? Or I'll wash the dishes or I'll do whatever. Like, I help around the house. Like, everybody does. And those acts of service mean a lot because it helps. You're supporting your own household. You live there. Like, you don't you want to see it clean? Then pick up a broom. Shit, grab the vacuum. Put the dishes in the sink if you're not going to wash them, but at least clear the table. I mean, do something. Fold your clothes. Put them away. Make your bed. Do that shit. The language of love is Spanish. Well, the ones that come from Latin, machete, because there you can consider French, Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, Catalan. There's a few, I think a couple of others. I'm not too sure. Yeah, but help around the house. Like, just be helpful. Fuck. Sometimes just moving out the way. Like, don't be a fucking obstacle. Sometimes people want to do something. You're right there, like, all in the way. Like, get out of the way. Sometimes getting out of the way of someone's progress is a love language. Sometimes letting go, understanding that it's time is a love language within itself. If you value what you had, if you honor what you have, if you love the other person, then you're going to understand that it's time to let go. That's right, Nightmare. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that shortly. Let's continue watching this.
3. Receiving gifts. It's not about materialism, it's about thoughtfulness. A small, meaningful gift says, I'm thinking of you. 4.
Okay, gift giving. Now, see, this is where it gets a little technical. Frank Dica's dropping knowledge, talking papas live. T.L.C. Tuesday. This is where it gets a little technical when you give gifts. I know it says quality time, but right now we're on the gift part. Let me rewind it a little bit so Yeah, we're over here. Okay. Now this is where it gets technical. Now obviously remembering birthdays, remembering special occasions, anniversaries, all that shit will align with when you give a gift, right? Whether you celebrate the holidays, whether you believe in Valentine's, all that shit, whether you're a participant of the manufactured holidays, that's on you. But if you do celebrate them and your family celebrates them, that just means that you kind of have to line yourself up and be able to give gifts on those special occasions. But I also believe, and I this is the technical part. I think that giving gifts outside of those special occasions, you know, buying someone a shirt, buying someone something they need outside of a holiday, outside of a birthday, outside of the season. I think that those gifts weigh and matter a lot more. I don't know if you guys agree. I mean, it's easy to give gifts by the dates of the calendar because, they're set up that way, kind of. You're pretty much aligned to the consumerism of the world. Okay, so you kind of, they kind of look at you funny if it's Valentine's and you're not walking around with a fucking teddy bear in a heart, pretty much. You know what I mean? But to walk around with a teddy bear and fucking flowers, whatever, like on an off day, on the Thursday 2:35 p.m., and you arrive at your wife's work and you just, here you go, babe. You know what? I love you. That means a whole lot more than anything that's programmed by the calendar. But that's just me. I don't know if you guys agree. If you agree with that, put a one on the chat. That's right, Hugo Torres. Saludos, Frank, in chat. I'm listening at work. All right, that's cool, Hugo. Thanks so much. OG Small, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, Frank Ticas and Familia. That's right. Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Exposed Tube Revolution, ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to Katie Frizzle. Shout out to the Hangman Stranger, Taco, Stain, Terps, Sooners with Exposing the White Yarda. They put out content. Please go check them out. Please subscribe. Please support. That's our love language to to those channels that we support. Our love language sometimes comes in the form of just going and watching, hitting the like. If we can, donate, we donate. I mean, that's what we do. Like I go to Rob of Misled Loyalty. Shout out to Rob of Misled Loyalty, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Please support him. You guys know what he's going through. And it always pleases me that it doesn't matter what side of like the fence we're on, what side of the war we're on. Whenever you guys go over there to Rob's page and shout out, and I instill and I encourage you guys to visit his page and to donate. I enjoy donating whenever I have the money. Once payday comes around, I always set aside a little bit of money and I try to donate to as many channels as I can. No, and that's why I want to see, for example, ladies of Exposed to monetize, Taco saying all of these guys. I want all of you guys to be able to monetize because sometimes the love language is just, sharing a donation or going and watching and hitting the like, leaving a comment, being in the comment section of the live. I mean, showing support is a love language and it shouldn't be forced, you know? So it always pleases me. It always fills me with a sense of, I don't know, man. Hey, what's up, Katie Frizzle? Shout out to you. It always fills me with a sense of like peace to see that it doesn't matter whether people like each other or not. You guys, we go to Rob's channel and people donate, people say hi to him, wish him the best, send prayers to him. And that to me is a type of love language where we can all even agree to, where we can all agree that when we go there, we just don't acknowledge the hate. That is a type of love language. And I think that that's the type of respect that Robert has earned. You know? And I think that even though these things are important, like with the people around us, because we have to apply these things, well, we can also apply these things to how we get down online. Like, and you guys already know, man, all of you that are part of the Exposed Tube Revolution, you know how I get down, man. You guys can get at me, behind the scenes. We can have conversations. I will pray for you. I'll give you my 2 cents if that's what you're asking for. You know what I mean? And I'll always do it with respect. And I welcome that because I believe that that is a type of love language, you know? But obviously, receiving gifts, receiving that type of thing sometimes is important too, especially when we know that someone is going through it. But let's continue. It's a short video.
4. Quality time. Giving someone your undivided attention. No phones, no distractions. Just being present and doing things together builds connection.
All right, so this one right here, I think is extremely important all the way around. You know, I show quality time to my family, to my kids. As a matter of fact, my daughter's working right now, but she's also texting me. She's like, "Look, Dad, this is," and she's telling me everything that's going on because, this is she's doing work similar to what I do. So I kind of give her like pointers, whatever. And I look at this image, and that's like me and my daughter right there. you know, because and my son as well, like we spend a lot of time talking about work, talking about different strategies. I help them out. I kind of give them coaching too. The same with my wife, like we talk about work, like what her plans are, and sometimes just listening. You don't have to give your opinion all the time. Like, here on my channel, when I go live, obviously I'm going to give you my opinion. That's what this is all about. I'm not going to come here and just listen because no one's talking unless someone were to jump on, you know but in real life, you have to listen to people. When I tell you guys to sit back, watch, and observe, it's not always just for the bad things, it's also for the good things. It's also for your family. It's also to listen to them, to be in tune with those around you, and to move graciously, knowing what they're going through so that you don't step over, on things that are painful, so that you don't touch on things that might be bothering them, or maybe touch on them, but in the way that's loving, that's caring. But we don't know these things unless we spend quality time with our loved ones. We have to make that time. That's why it's quality. It's priceless. That is what got me into where I'm like, you know what? I can't, with all the skills that I have, with all the things that I can do, I'm not going to sell my time short. I want to live comfortably, and I want to work the least amount of hours possible with the maximum pay, because I want to be able to spend time with my kids. I want to spend time with my family. And anything that gets me away from that, better pay me. And that's why I'm trying to monetize the whole YouTube thing. But it's not something that drives me crazy because I have a job, but I enjoy the time that I spend with you guys. That's right, Nightmare. Hi, Katie, Kelly, Big Dogs. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching. I got 14 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Here we spend quality time. Like when you guys come here and chill with me on my lives, we spend quality time. And once again, that to me is the way that you show me that you care. That's the love language, that you support me. The same way that we turn around and we support, you know, Rob with his channel, where we support other people when we go watch them. For example, sometimes I show up with Slugs. Shout out to Slugs. When we go and watch Terps videos, when we watch Sooners videos, when we go and kick it with Taco saying when he goes live. Shout out to Taco saying Hangman Stranger. And we do it with ET in the main channel, obviously, when he goes live. Battle boxes, the collective, this next one, I'm gonna jump on. Because I enjoy that time that we spend together. To me, all of this time when we hang out, when we do the oldies show, it's quality time. Now, all these fools can talk all the shit that they want. What they don't realize is that we can also share that quality time at the same time with our family. Like when we're doing the oldie shows, I'm listening in, but I'm having conversations on the side as well. I jump on the chat, read a little bit, leave a comment, but I'm spending time. My family knows what I'm doing, and we're going to get to that too. Because I think that the support that you get from family is also a love language. But let's get into this.
5. Physical touch. From hugs and hand-holding to cuddles, physical closeness makes them feel loved and secure. Understanding love languages helps build better relationships, romantic, family, or even friendships. What's your love language?
All right, so that was it. Obviously, physical contact and having that attention to detail, you know, opening doors, pulling out the chair, everything LL Cool J says, and I need love, pretty much. Whisper in your ear, say, "Oh, girl, you're so sweet." Fucking LL Cool J, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. I got 18 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You know, part of being able to demonstrate what we feel and how we feel about people is recognizing what they do, recognizing them, you know? Recognizing even the changes, the improvements, recognizing any improvement, any little thing, any little change, complimenting. Hey, your hair looks nice today. You know, hey, that color really suits you. Looks nice. Hey, that was a great idea. Sometimes you gotta compliment people. Compliment your kids, man. Look, you guys don't understand. You know, sometimes with we have children and maybe our love language is only putting food on the table, paying the bills, but we come home tired. We don't want to listen. It's like, hey, you know what? Just go tell your mom right now. Hey, I just want to kick it. Man, fuck all that. You gotta spend time with your kids. Gotta listen to them. No, you have to give them affirmations every day. If you've got kids, you have to give them affirmations every day. They cannot just be prayers that you do in private with God. I mean, I do that too, but when I come out in the morning, I tell my kids, man, I hope you have the best day today. I know you're capable. You're capable. You're intelligent. You can do whatever you want. Just put your mind to it, you know? I'm my children's biggest fan, but at the same time, I'm on top of them. You know what I mean? Like, don't waste time. Like, do not waste time. Time is of the essence. And they listen. And I appreciate that because they listen, they put it into practice, and that's their way of letting me know that they pay attention, that they honor me, that they care about what I say. That's their love language to me, is their respect. Respect is a love language. Do you respect your parents? Do they respect you? Like, if you have parents and you feel that they don't respect you, why do you think that is? Why do you think your parents don't respect you? Now, by me asking that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's your fault or it's something that you've done. Maybe it's something that they're going through. Maybe it's something that they have not been able to overcome. Maybe it's a fear, maybe it's a weakness, maybe it's something that they lack. You know, it could be on them. I'm just asking you. If you have a parent or if you have parents that you feel don't respect you, why do you think that is? Now, the reason why you have to ask yourself that, whether your parents change or not, is so that you don't fall into that. And so that you can look at yourself and think of ways of not falling into that. Because there's a lot of character traits that we adopt from our parents, from our family, that may lead us to behave and to act the same way, to have the same type of judgment, to have the same type of abrasiveness. You know, respect is a love language, straight up. You can't be in a relationship, you can't be in a business, you can't be in a job where there is no respect, man. Fuck all that. I remember like the first like well-paying job that I had here in this country was back in 2002, around 2002. but they were disrespectful as fuck. And I remember that one of the bosses was like, he would call everybody out of their name, and he called me out of my name, and he called me over. He called me out of my name and called me over because he was looking for something. He needed help, but he didn't know how to ask for help like a decent fucking human being. He decided to, hey, like sort of like, hey, motherfucker, come over here. Basically, that's basically what he said. And when I walked over there, I'm like, hey, look, man, that's the first and last time you ever called me out of my name. This is my name. And he looked at me like, bitch, I'm the boss. And I'm like, you need to respect me. Or here you go. And I gave him the badge, and I was about to walk away. Because I have a love language for myself. And that is that I will not allow anyone to call me out of my name and think it's okay. I don't care who you are. You can be the president of the company for all I care. I love myself too much to allow for people to disrespect me. That's the love language that I have for myself. And I developed it from seeing that a lot of times my parents weren't able to stand up for themselves at work. I mean, they do it now, but for many years they couldn't do it, or they didn't know how to do it because of language barriers, because of cultural shit. And sometimes they have bosses that were fucked up and will call them out their names, but they didn't know how to respond or how to defend themselves, or they would just take it until they found another job. And I said, man, fuck all that. That's not gonna be me. I love myself too much. The love language to myself is I won't ever let anyone speak to me, calling me out of my name and thinking it's okay. Fuck all that shit. Love ain't all talk. It's who pulls up, holds you down, and stays solid when it counts. That's real love. Like that is another form and a very important part of demonstrating love. That is correct. Love, respect, admiration, whatever it is. Because every single one of those things could be applied to a non romantic relationship, right? So, for example, with the exposed to revolution, I pull up. As much as I can, I pull up, I hold down, and I stay solid. I mean, how many times have I endured attacks and I'm still here? Fuck it. We still keep doing what we do, and it don't stop. But that's because I have an appreciation to the platform. I have an appreciation for ET, for his family, for everybody that's putting it down, for what we do. I have an appreciation. You know, it is what it is. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking Papas live on a T.L.C. Tuesday. Let me see. Let me look at this. OG Small, that's right. Katie Frizzle, Oakland everything. Saludos from work, hermano. And chat, hey, saludos, Oakland everything. Shout out to you, Oakland. Hey, Oakland. You are excellent, Oakland. I love hearing you on Ladies of Exposed to. I love listening to you. I love listening to Ms. Yaya. Shout out to Ms. Yaya. I love listening to Mimi. I love listening to everybody, all the ladies that have jumped on before, that have been there, that are part of the Exposed to revolution. Shout out to all the ladies. Katie Frizzle, man. You guys keep doing what you do. It don't stop. Much love and respect to all in the chat showing support to the channel. That's right, Machete. Shout out to you, man. Frank the Tikanator and chat. Hey, what's up, Egyptian? Nice to see you, man. Mag, Machete. That's right. That's right, Oakland. You know what's up. In a world so ready to tear you down and to tear down your loved ones and to tear down the people that you care about, we have to be the factor that shows love. We have to be the factor that puts out those affirmations, that holds up, uplifts our people. We have to be the ones. That's why you can't let none of this shit get to you. You know, you can't. You got to be stronger than that. We got to develop tough skin because sometimes being strong is a love language. Being strong for others, being a pillar, being someone that people can talk to is showing love, demonstrating love. And I hope that you guys can see me that way. you know? Let's see. Frank had a supervisor whistle and snap his fingers at me. He was calling me over. I told him don't ever do that again unless he wants his head ripped off his shoulders. Yeah, because people have to be respectful, man. If you show me respect, that's it. You don't. We don't have to agree, but respect me. A lot of these dudes have been, there's been people that have been very disrespectful to me, and then act surprised when I don't respect them back. Why am I going to respect you back? Doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I don't respect you. Doesn't mean I wish death upon you. It just means I don't respect you, and I want your channels to fall apart. So Joker paroled in 2017 when he was 44, and Bruce said, "You married the older lady. Let's say she was 55 at the time, plus 9 years makes her 64 today." Maybe, bro. I don't know. You married that older lady? Okay. I don't know. I don't even think Bruce knows who the fuck he was talking about. To be honest, I don't think so. I don't think he knows. I don't think Bruce knows what the fuck happened on that phone call. So even that math ain't mathing because I don't think the call was calling. I don't think the relationship was relationshiping at all. That's right, Katie Frizzle. Hey man, you have to give your flowers to those people that you respect, that you admire, while they're alive, man. While we're still on this earth, don't wait till later. No, don't wait till you go to the chapel, to the funeral services, and then you express your admiration and love for someone. Nah, do it now. Do it in real life. But think about all the people that have done something for you in the past, man, and you haven't gotten around to be like, hey, you know what? Remember when you did me that solid? I just want to tell you, bro, I appreciate that, man. I'm never gonna forget that. You demonstrated that day that you were a friend to me, and that's always gonna make me a supporter of you. No, there are people that I haven't talked to in years that all of a sudden I'll just creep up and like, hey man, I see what you're doing in life. I see, I try not to, I know I don't comment on your shit because I don't. I hardly comment on like other people's stuff on social media. Like I'll go and like whatever. Sometimes I might leave a comment, but the times that I do leave a comment, I try to show love and I try to give you my flowers because I don't know if I'll ever see you again. You know, we don't know. We don't know, man. Like, what is the last thing that you want to leave at home when you go to work? Like, what do you want to leave at home when you go to work? That's right, Egyptian. I agree, Frank, Katie. Bruce seemed like he had Alzheimer's. Yeah, I think so. I think he didn't even know his name was Bruce. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll be Bruce. Fuck it, call me what you want. Let's see, facts, Mr. Stikas. I had an uncle whose son, my primos, I didn't get along with, but he's on his deathbed. I drove out to see him out of respect, even though his son's a scum. Yeah, fuck it, Hey, we got family like that, and unfortunately. There goes my neighbor again. Anyways, yeah, man. Look, what's keeping you? So, there are going to be things that we can resolve, and there's going to be other things that can't be resolved. We might not be able to resolve shit with people that have gone because they're gone. They're no longer with us. They're no longer here. But then you have to resolve that within yourself. One of the first things that I realized was that I could not demonstrate true love and affection if I was walking around feeling like shit. If I was walking around not truly loving myself, not thinking like I'm not living up to my full potential, because that got me for some time. Like for a while, I was like, man, I'm not living up to my full potential, and it frustrated me. But it got me like it motivated me to do more and to learn more, and and to try to achieve more. But I realized that I could not be a factor in, not even in my children's lives, if I was fucked up, if I still had traumas, if I still had guilt trips, if I still, felt, I don't know, sad about shit, like, like regrets, living with regrets. I had to line them all up one by one, deal with them, and then line them up, and then one by one, like dominoes, until they were gone. There's still shit that I'm dealing with that I'm not perfect, man. I'm not perfect. Never claimed to be. And when I tell you guys what my faith is, it's because, I want you guys to know where my faith aligns. But I know I'm not a perfect Christian, and my channel is not Christian. But part of what my beliefs are is to demonstrate empathy and to demonstrate love. The way I do it with you guys is putting out content, going live. And if you have channels and they're monetized, I support you with a small donation, whatever I can do. Frank Tico's dropping knowledge, stocking Papa's live on a TLC Tuesday. Sometimes we have to demonstrate tender, loving care, and a lot of times that's just listening. But like I said at the beginning, if you're only focused on your well being, on you feeling good, and fuck everybody else, that's not love. You cannot love anybody when you're on that trip. And you cannot love anybody either when you feel like shit and you feel like, you don't deserve to be loved. If you feel you don't deserve to be loved, you need to work on that shit. Don't go into someone's life with that type of attitude. And I'll even go as far as saying that type of feeling, that type of attitude, like, oh, I don't feel like I deserve to be loved, will fuck you over in the workplace as well, because you will act stupid. You will not do everything you're supposed to do. Straight up. If you're walking around melancholic all the time, like, woe is me, playing the victim of circumstance, you're not loving yourself. That is not a love language. Making people feel sorry for you is not a way to get them to love you. I've seen a lot of people fucking go on and call people crying, but I love you, I miss you, I need you, blah blah blah. And the other person's already with someone else. They're already with someone else. There's someone else in their lives, and they're over here crying for them, thinking that by doing this, all of these theatrics, they're somehow going to attract the person. That is not a love language. That is pity. Katie, what about the phone pics he showed us? Yeah, that's right, Katie. Some fools fall in love with the likes, not the person. Clout phase, real ones don't. Don't be a debris for a runner. That's right, Machete. Shout out to you, man. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, stocking Papa's live. TLC Tuesday, man. We got to have TLC for ourselves as well. But what are some of your favorite love languages? What are some of the things that to you matter? What makes you feel that someone loves you? If you want to share, put it in the chat. If you want to jump on and talk about it, you can go ahead. I have the link is right there. It's pinned. Like I told you guys at the beginning, for me, something that makes me feel good, that makes me feel like I'm loved, is when I'm respected. I think respect goes a long way, only because I show respect freely as well. Another love language is when people give me gifts and they don't have to, like my kids. Like when my kids buy me something, or they treat me to lunch, or they treat me to dinner. I'm like, man, you guys are spending your money on me. Like, you don't have to do that. No. But the fact that they want to do that they want to spend time with me, lets me know that they love me, that they respect me, and that is their love language to me. And I enjoy it. I truly enjoy the time I spend with my kids and with my family. And I think it's important. I think that I've kind of helped in it being that way, but I had to break a bunch of cycles. I had to do a lot of work in order to build that and replicate it with my kids. To me, love is trust. When I'm trusted and trust back, yeah, trust is a big one. But it should be trust out of love, not trust out of fear, or out of, trust out of like, oh, you don't believe me? Oh, you don't trust me? Man, fuck all that shit. But you know what comes a lot of times with trust that's scary, Egyptian? And this is why you have to be very mature when you want to be in a relationship, or you want to start a job, or you want to be a part of society, and you want to be a part of a team or whatever. You have to have some maturity. You have to have a level of maturity, especially emotional intelligence, because with trust, you have to trust when shit gets silent. You have to trust when someone says, hey, you know what, I'm going to go do this with my friends. I'm going to have a weekend with my friends. Can you trust that? Can you trust not getting a call or a message during that time? I mean, if the other person loves you, they should be able to, right? Keep in touch, whatever. Do you truly trust that situation? Or are you at home or somewhere else in the back of your mind, like, oh, I wonder what she's doing, or I wonder what he's doing? Because if you lack trust, it's going to be very hard to show love, like true love. Jealousy, I understand sometimes, but jealousy is not necessarily a sign of love. Jealousy is not a love language. Jealousy is insecurity. And trust me, this comes from a guy that used to be jealous. Right? I was a jealous kind of fella, like the oldie. But I learned that it was from a sense of insecurity. I was insecure. You know, I had trust issues. My dog's acting crazy. Love is best at midnight if you, yeah. Or spontaneous. Why not take someone out on a romantic date once again? Sleep out, have that out there. Go to a motel, but as a married couple, make it risque again. That's a love language. That's definitely a love language. How you share intimacy with people, what you trust people with, what they trust you with. Because if you walk around doubting people, how can you show love? How can you show an honest love language if you doubt, if you're scared, if you're insecure, if you don't know how to share, if you can't speak, if you can't express your emotions openly because you're in fear that it might be taken as weakness? Are you truly being sincere? I think a love language is sincerity. Sincerity is a part of the love language that you should have with people around you. You should be sincere, honest. You should be transparent all the time. If you cannot be transparent and honest, it means you don't trust. It means you're insecure. And that will take away from what you can develop, from how your relationship can grow. If you don't trust that situation and you shouldn't be with that person, she's not for you. I agree. I used to be jealous too, Frank, but my girl now is mature and honest. We're on another level. I would trust her to go anywhere, anytime. Hey, man, much love to you, and God bless that relationship, bro. And may it forever be that way, because that's what has to happen in order for you to progress. Like, once, I mean, we get older, we don't always look hot. Like, I don't, I'm old, I look at myself in the mirror. I can see the gray, I can see the wrinkles, but I'm fine with it. No, I'm not the attractive young guy that I was maybe back in my 20s, maybe early 30s. I know that I look a certain way. That's why I try to work out. I try to stay, try. Not, I don't do it as much as I should. But what keeps the relationship going when it's no longer physical? Or what keeps the relationship going when there's illness, when there's a lack of work? Like, what's going to keep you together? What's going to keep you as a united front to go against this adversity? Hey, what's up, Hangman Stranger? Nice to see you. Good afternoon, all. Stopping by briefly to support. Have a great evening, everyone. Hey, shout out to you, hey man, stranger. Shout out to you, brother. God bless you, man, and every single one of your endeavors, bro. You know we got you, man. You're always in my prayers, bro. The Hangman. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jay Slaughter? Loyalty above all laws. That's why I live with a dog and not a human. Hey, man, but we gotta open up sometimes, and that's the hard part. Garces Franks appreciates it. Hey, shout out to you, Egyptian. Yeah, we get older. I'm pushing 40. We change, but at a certain age, it's not so much. Yeah, I'm almost 50. I'll be 50 in a couple of months. At least that's what's my experience. Yeah, that's right. Loyalty, that's right. L for love, L for loyalty, O for openness, V for value, E for empathy. Hey, man, that's great, man. I truly appreciate that, Machete. I agree. I agree. Being responsible is a love language. Being responsible, like keeping your word. If you say you're going to be there, be there. If you say you're going to go, go. If you say you're going to do, do. That is a love language. Being reliable. You know how we love inanimate objects because they're reliable. Like, haven't you ever like thought back onto a phone that the battery life on that phone lasted for a long time. You always got a clear signal. It was an excellent phone. You like the functions of it. And you're like, man, I love that phone because it was reliable. And sometimes reliability is what's needed in relationships, in business, in content creation. I'm trying to be reliable. You can rely on me to go live 5:20. Well, 5:20 my time, 4:20 Pacific today. Frank Dica's dropping knowledge stocking papas live on a TLC Tuesday. This is how I demonstrate my recognition for the support you give me. This is how I recognize it. By dropping content, by coming out live, by bringing you topics that we can talk about, that we can all learn from, that we can all share. I think to survive as a couple, it's most prudent to read observation. Hey, to bake cookie wheels together, bro. To bake cookie. Hey, that could be. Hey, that could be an activity. The Pinta Cookbook by Joker. One love, amor de day. That's right, Machete. In Joker's case, I doubt he really loved that poor obese older woman. Probably close to. Look, you're adding age. You're adding more years as you go along, fucking Egyptian. Hey, Mr. Blue, yo, what's up to you, bro? Shout out to you, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Mr. Oxnard, Ms. Yaya, Oakland, everything. Everybody, man, that's a part of the Exposed Tube Revolution. There's too many to mention, man. But don't stop. Machete, Joker loves Skittles. I love my Iron Babies. Hey, man, hey, shout out to Mag. Shout out to everybody. Cali Big Dog, you know, you guys are always here supporting, man. I don't know what happened to El Gato Callejero. I hope he's doing well. There's a lot of people that we don't see around. Shout out to Runner's Pug, man. But we keep doing what we do. Shout out to E. Mateo. Shout out to everybody, man. That's right, ill mannered Mr. B. Egypt. It's awful that he spiked her lotion with. Yeah, man. So think about it. Do you consider to be some of your love languages? Are there some that you have trouble with? Do you have a hard time expressing yourself? Do you have a hard time expressing gratitude, expressing love, expressing appreciation, admiration? Why is it? Why? Why do you have a hard time doing it? Now, that's something you have to check. Now, first of all, do you love yourself? Do you talk to yourself with love? Do you? Do you talk to yourself? Like, are you honest to yourself? Well, you got to be honest to yourself, man. You got to be honest with yourself, to yourself, and about yourself. You have to be honest all around. That is the first thing that demonstrates you love yourself, is that you're honest. You're not out here lying to yourself. You're not living this grandiose dream of being somebody you're not and trying to act as though you're someone you're not, faking the funk. That is not loving you. That is not, that is being a megalomaniac. And we already know that that comes from insecurity. If you're insecure, it's hard to love. It's hard to love when you don't trust the person that you're supposed to love. Like, how can you demonstrate love if you don't show love? That's right, Jay Slaughter. That's right, ill mannered. Mr. Blue, shout out to you. Jay Slaughter. Ill, I love our Iron Babies. All right, that's cool. Kylie CBD, that's right. Egyptian. Kelly Big Dog. That's right, Jay Slaughter. Blue. All right. All cut up with the chats, man. So yeah, just being there, man. Sometimes you just got to be there. Sometimes you just have to listen. Sometimes you just have to support. Sometimes you have to work alongside the people that you're working with. You know, we talked about like supervisors yesterday. And one of the things that I learned eventually was that the way that I got respect from people, the way that people started really, doing and accepting my feedback was when they saw that I was there for them. Like I would take, when I was working in the call center, I would sometimes take calls for people. Like, you know what? I see you're having a hard time. You need help with that? I would take over. And then I would sit back and always, you see how I did that? Why don't you try it? And I would show them, like I would be there. I would sit down with people and show them, because sometimes the love language is showing someone how to do something. Like imagine all the times those of you that have had fathers that are mechanics and showed you how to fix a car, like opened up the hood and showed you how to change a tire. That's love language, showing someone how to do something, showing, instead of giving someone fish, showing them how to fish. That is a love language. And if you were fortunate enough to have people around you that shared with you their expertise, their knowledge, their wisdom on something, consider that their love language to you. You know, straight up. Mag, my bad, I missed your greetings. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna adopt a couple. That's right, Jay Slaughter. CBD. Man, offering someone a glass of water, man. They come visit you. Offer them something to drink. That's a love language. Just listening to people. Sometimes people just want to talk, man, and our input isn't always necessary. No. Sometimes we just need to listen. Sometimes we just have to be a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes all they need is a hug. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes they just need words of encouragement. You got this. Don't trip. I know you do. I'm praying for you. I got your back. Lately ladies have exposed to on my channel, ET, all of us have shown love and respect to our brother Mike Morello on the passing of his wife. Rest in peace, Jennifer, aka Sunshine. I prefer Sunshine, to be honest with you. No disrespect. I imagine her. That's her personality. The name fit her perfectly. And we've been showing our form of love language, playing, dedicating songs, words of encouragement, letting them know that we're praying, man. Hey, and we keep doing what we do. We have to be considerate. We have to listen. We have to be a part of. We have to help. We have to get down and dirty sometimes alongside people. Fight their battles. The Bible says, cry with those that cry, laugh with those that laugh, mourn with those that mourn, rejoice with those that rejoice. Just be there. Celebrate when people celebrate. Like, it's not always about you. And see, once again, when you make every fucking thing about you, that's where love runs cold. That's where love turns cold. When everything is about you and your needs, that's when love runs cold. I'm gonna give you guys an example. I'm out here, and you guys know I represent. I represent the exposed to revolution to the fullest. You guys know that. I do it all the time. I do it with my content. I do it here. I do it on my lives. I do it just having you guys being here. You guys represent the revolution. We're all together. We're family. Straight up. That's right, Jay Slaughter. Hey, Chad. Hey, Frank. That's right, Mimi. Nice to see you again. Shout out to you in blue. Good to be back, my friend. That's right, Ill Manner. That's right, Mag. That's right, guys. Be a fucking human, not an insect. Yeah, but we demonstrate love and respect to each other every day. And I think that our love language is that we listen to each other, that we help each other, that we give advice to each other. We want what's best for all of us. Not all of the advice is what's going to work. Not every suggestion is what's needed. No, not every heartfelt, fear, because sometimes it's heartfelt fear. Sometimes people have fear, but it's fear out of kindness, it's fear out of love, it's fear out of, I don't want to see you suffer. But man, sometimes love language is, you know what, I believe in you, and even if you fail, I'm right here. That's right, firme tu, Frank Tika. So I found out that Full Money is pretty smart after all. I told you guys. I told you guys. Sometimes we just need to give people opportunities, man. Sometimes that's all we need to do. That's my love language. It's trying to understand. Let's listen. Let's find out. Let's, put some interest. Sometimes we just got to listen. Sometimes we just got to pay attention. Sometimes we see things superficially, but we need to demonstrate that we're beyond that we transcend prejudice, that we transcend simple-minded, superficial hogwash. Straight up, they represent the lollipop. That's right, Firme. Ill mannered. That's right. Hey, shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much. Scooter should have more. Jay Slaughter. That's right, Jay Slaughter. See, that's Jay Slaughter's language of love to us, is always dropping them one-liners. That's right. Look, this ill manner. The blinker check is his language of love. That's right, Egyptian. Love you, baby. That's right, Mimi. JS. Let me catch up with these. The shock of the century. I know. Man, yeah, that's right. Shankopotamus. Nice to see you, Shank. Nice to see you, man. Hey, Big Juan's 3D. What's up? Everything's good, bro. Shout out to you, man. Hey, shout out to Big Juan. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, but always good to see you, bro. God bless you, your family, everything you do, bro. Thank you so much to everybody. I got the same sentiment for all of you guys. God bless you and everything you do. That's right. Big Juan's in the house. That's right. Much love and respect to everybody that's in the chat today. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me, for always showing love. Is there someone you haven't talked to lately? Is there someone that you haven't talked to that you know you love, that you know you care for? It could be a friend, it could be a family member. Reach out. Let them know you love them. I'm gonna sound like Joker now. Tell the ones you love them. But that is the only shit that I can agree with everything the fuck he says. You have to. Though you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. And once again, I'm gonna ask you, when you go to work, what is the sentiment that you leave behind? What do you leave at home? Do you leave your kids feeling stressed out, worried that when you come back you're gonna fucking punish them? Do you leave your wife wondering if you're going to go and talk to them other women? Or do you leave your wife feeling bad, feeling guilty over something that you exaggerated over? Like, what do you leave when you go to work? And vice versa. I'm talking from a man point of view. Right? What do you leave at home? Like, what sentiment do you leave at home? Is if that was the last thing that your family saw of you, if that's the last thing your family saw, or those that surround you, would you be happy with that? Katie Firme, Shank, that's right, Shank. I know, ill mannered, I know. Shout out to you, bro. Not speaking in general, bro, but you know what's up. Working full time again, just want to make sure my grandbabies got everything they need with no worries. Hey, bro, that's your love language to your grandbabies. You want them to have the best things in life, and I hope you're also spending time with them, which I'm sure you are, because those two things have to go hand in hand. But I appreciate the fact that you took your time to come and visit, bro, to come and listen. Hey, man, shout out to you, Big Juan, man, and to your family, to your grandbabies, and everybody, man, your whole bloodline. May it be blessed and prosperous. Joker, tell the ones you love them, especially if they're a senior. Hey, man, you know, Shankopotamus. That's right, Shank. Let's see, Mimi. I think Moni's perfect fit for true crimes. For you to see that, Mimi, for you to see that is a way of showing recognition, and that is exactly the type of love language that we have to have for each other. You know, let's help build each other up. It's easy to tear down, you know, and we're going to continue to tear down those things that are not good. I'm not going to stop. We tried showing love and respect, didn't work. Frank Tica's dropping nice talking papas live on the T.L.C. Tuesday. So glad for everybody that's watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That's how you help me out. You know, my little channel's growing little by little. Hopefully, I can make it to 1,000 or more. That is the goal. That's right, Jay Slaughter. Yup, Mimi, she is, huh? Yeah, she's good at what she does. That's righteous. That's right, Shanks. That's right, Big Juan. Yes, sir, all day. That's right, all day long, sir. That's right. Feed me, Jay Slider, Jay Slaughter, Jay Slider. Katie, let me catch up with these chats. They accumulated while we spoke. Katie Frizz is in the house. That's right, Mimi. That's right, Katie. Joker, the author. M80 Katie, yeah, M80 Katie. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate all of you. Hey, we appreciate you, Big Juan. That's right. Mimi, shout out to Moni. Yeah, shout out to Moni. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. And that once again, that reminds me, you know, of that whole situation with Moni. You know, and one of the things that I advocated for was that we also had to have and give people time to assimilate. You know, people aren't going to jump from one thing to another unless they're fake, which we've all seen. But when it's someone real that is going through shit, we can't expect these people to understand everything that's going on here and to automatically trust us if we're saying no, if we're saying, nah, we don't like you, nah, we don't know who you are, you know, that is where we have to be a cut above. Like, you know, my brother Hangman Stranger always says, he says that we're a cut above. That's how we demonstrate that we're a cut above. When we show that we're above these things, that we can give people an opportunity. Hey, man, but it's your turn to run with it. And Moni ran with it. And she demonstrated that she's appreciative of what we do. You know, and that's how it is. And that's how other people are going to come around. And we have to be open enough. We have to be mature enough. We have to be magnanimous enough to be like, okay, you know what? Come in, come around the circle. But you need to understand what we're all about. Sometimes it takes time. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge talking papas live on the T.L.C. Tuesday. That's tender loving care. Tender loving care. That's right, Pincha J Slider. Hey man, don't start calling him that. Hey, I'm sorry about that, Jay Slaughter. Call your loved one on speaker while recording them after 10 years and try it. Implant false memory. Yeah. Hey, if you got a Bruce in your life, give him a call. Tell the ones you love them. Yes, we will support her in any way possible. That's right, Mimi. That's right. And we're going to continue supporting each other. We're going to continue supporting the ladies of Exposed Tube. We're going to continue supporting ET and the main channel and everybody that's affiliative, that's an affiliate that does what they do. Katie Frizzle, everything we do. That's why we rock together. That's why Exposed Tube family succeeds. That's right. That's why we succeed. That's right, Katie Frizzle. Facts, Frank. Yeah, that's right. Magician love doesn't. You're stupid. Fucking Sebastian. Let Bruce get hit, man. Hey, who knows what's going on? And I'm not gonna be on much longer. I'm gonna only be on maybe 15 more minutes. But I think it's important for us to always remember to show recognition, to show love, to treat people with respect, treat others the way we want to be treated. Also, show grace. Show grace. And I think that we've been able to demonstrate that we can show grace. Even though we are a little cutthroat. We are a little cutthroat. Frank Tico's dropping out his stocking papas live. TLC Tuesday. But today we're TLC today. You know? But the exposure revolution, yeah, we're cutthroat. But we also know how to show respect, how to show love, how to show appreciation, how to help each other out, how to show solidarity. And we're going to continue to do that because we're different. We transcend all of that shit. That's right, Casey Frizzle. Thanks, Frank and fam. No, thanks to you, man. Thanks to you. New character unlocked. Hey, leave him alone, man. Those Nation. That's our love language to Sebastian, right there. Hey, that's right. I'm happy that snitches with sub 70 IQ have found a place where they can show their love for one another. Hey, man, Yeah, we definitely are cutthroat. Yeah, we are Egyptian. We are. But I think that's what makes us different, because we can be cutthroat, but we can also show love and respect. Look, man, not everyone's gonna be happy. Not everyone's gonna like us. Not everybody. We're not everybody's cup of tea. We say that. I know I ruffle feathers. I know that. I know that my mere presence sometimes attracts weirdos. I get that. Like, I understand. I understand people are against my message. They're trying to look for kinks in the armor to try to make me look as though I don't speak from the heart, as though I'm not sincere. I get it. I get that that's the mission. Do what you got to do. But anybody else knows that what I do is out of love and respect. Every single thing that I put out there, I'm thinking about every single one of you that's going to view it, that's going to get an idea from it, that's going to have a thought, an opinion about it, and it don't stop. And that's what we're going to continue doing. Let's see, as long as it's not Jay Scooter. Hey, you're doing that to yourself. I said Jay Slider, and that was because I pronounced it wrong. That's right. Just Pinche little Sebastian. Or let take slice and cold source for Schwaller. Or Jay Hands. Oh, Jay Hands. Hey, what's up, Taco saying T Boss left eye and chill. Yeah, TLC, brother. That's TLC. So I creep. Yeah. What's up, Taco? Say nice to see you, brother. Shankopotamus, hey, Taco. Cuba Frank the Tank. Cuba Taco Stain. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Taco Stain. Go check out his channel. Go subscribe. Go like, man. And when he goes live, please go and support the brother Taco Stain. That's right. Scooter plays, bro. Thought he had about a subscription. It was just a free trial. Right? That's what I think. Taco, that's right. Taco, that's right. Taco. Joker said Bruce, and you've been inside me. Remember me. All up in me. That's right, Mimi. Oakland, everything. Shout out to you. Taco say Mimi and Blue. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, thank you so much. We are family. Look at how we get down. That's right, Oakland. That's right, feed him it too. Oakland. Let's see, Mr. Oxnard. 40-year-old ex-Merced resident known as Werner, aka Skittles, found down on the toilet in the studio apartment from an apparent wearing sugar overdose. Telling you. I'm tired of clowning Joker. Sometimes it gets old, but he always provides new content. That's what I look for. It's Jay Slider for life. That's right, Katie. That's right, Oakland. Oakland, right? That's right, Ill. Oakland, Mr. Oxnard coming in banging. Yeah, man. But that's the brother, Mr. Oxnard. That's my brother right there. Taco Stizane, Egyptian lover. In the team of Stocko, we slide. That's right, homeboy. Jay Slider. Nah, not Jay Scooter. It's Jay Slider, man. Oxnard, yeah, yeah. That's right. Hey, man. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you guys so much for being a part of what I do. No, I truly appreciate every single one of you. It don't stop. We will continue being down with the Exposed Tube Revolution, being down for the ladies of Exposed Tube. It don't stop. We don't stop. A true stain from the taco is true love. That's right. Hey, man, them stains are his love language. Taco stain, your love language is to stain the shoe, bro. Stain the taco with the taco sauce. That's right. Taco, Oakland, Oaklandita. That's right, Mags. J Slaughter, Oakland, Mr. Oxnard, and Miss Yaya. Yeah, that's right. Taco, Majete. That's right, Ramiro. Shout out to Ramiro, man. Hey, man. We're in here, bro. You know, talking little papas on this TLC Tuesday. We're talking about love languages, bro. Talking about how to demonstrate appreciation, respect, admiration. This whole experience has been such a revelation. It's taught me love and how to be a real man, to always be considerate, do all I can, respect you. You're my lady and you mean so much. My body tingles all over from the slightest touch of your hand, and understand I'll be frozen in time. Fucking LL, man. That was like the first love song in hip hop. I need love. Leonard got some burnt sugar. That's right, Ramiro. Hey, man, once again, thank you so much to everybody. I'm going to call it a night. We're going to be on live later on with the Exposed Troop Revolution, so catch me there. I'll be in the chat with all of you. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And, you know, before I go off, I just want to show my love and appreciation to every single one of you that subscribe to my channel, all of you that watch my lives, that watch my shorts, my videos, that hit the like. You know, it really does mean the world to me. It makes me feel that I'm appreciated, that you enjoy my content, and that motivates me to continue to do this every single day. And I just want to thank you guys for the love and the support. Then they're smoking bath salts. Exposed to Familia Solid. That's right. That's right, Mimi Ramirez. I found love on a two-way street. Hey, man. That's right. Yeah, we can go out. Let's go out with I found love on a two-way street. We'll put it up. You know, the Moments is one of my favorite groups. And then they were Ray Goodman and Brown. Love on a two-way street. All right, we can go out with. Let me set it up. Let me set it up. Yeah, this is going out to all of you guys. Hey, Machete brought it up, and I'm gonna dedicate it to every single one of you. Nah, just playing. But I got much love and respect for all of you. Have a great rest of the night, everyone. That's right, Frank Ramito, Big Juan, Taco Stain, Mr. Ox, and they were actual basalts too from Sephora. All right, let me go ahead and share this. Once this is over, we'll continue tomorrow. Shout out to everybody. Let's get
I found love on a two-way street and lost it on a lonely highway. Love on a two-way street and lost it on a lonely highway. True love will never die.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, love on a two-way street, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Once again, I hope everybody has a great evening. Catch you guys later on the live. Thank you so much for being here. Tell the ones you love that you love them. It don't stop. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking Papas live on the TLC Tuesday. Much love and respect to everyone. And like I always say, until